Friday's phony jobs numbers, they're not believable, and there's more layoffs are coming. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bottom Line for Sunday, April the 5th. And of course, I hope you had a good Friday. Happy Passover, happy Easter. And of course, the markets did not have such a happy week last week, although we did have the rip your face off rally we were looking for and that we talked about. But at the end of the day, we got Friday, we got the jobs number, which showed an increase of 172,000 jobs. Can you say bullshit? There are more layoffs coming, including Meta, Amazon, and others. We are not getting good jobs. And of course, we know that this number will be revised next month when it's under hidden key, under lock and key, and they decide to tell us that there's a number. Again, take government information with the biggest grain of salt you can because it's always revised later and never in the favor of where you think it should go. So again, I call bullshit. The number is ridiculous, but hey, they want to report about it. They want to tell us how good the economy is, which we all know is not. And of course, the Iran war continues. I mean, now Iran attacks Kuwaiti desalination plant, bringing out water supplies. So now they're going after the water. Again, either you have to do something or you have to put them down. And I just assume put it down. I'd like to just take over the straits, get it done. The way that we go about things, whether or not you agree we should have been there in the first place. Hey, I'm not a big fan of war. Again, but at the end of the day, if you went, you should go with purpose and take it out. Okay, that's just my opinion. Uh, and the GDP now forecast for first quarter sinks to 1.9%. So something that was supposed to be in the fours is now 1.9%. Again, we go back into what is the economy? Is it good? Is it bad? And of course, in the K-shaped economy world, our economy sucks. Okay. Well, yes, if you're at the upper end of the K, hey, you're doing great. You're having the time of your life. But if you're at the lower end, you're struggling like crazy. Oil prices will affect spread and spread all over into different industries. And remember, we are about 80% fossil fuels from the products we manufacture to the products we deliver to driving your car. This is going to have an effect. Now, again, I think that it's all bullshit. I think that, of course, it's fear that's driving oil. We'll talk about more of that in our market report. But at the end of the day, it will affect price. And I assure you, when you look back and you see the new quarterly reports come out for the oil companies, you will see record profits because this is always the way. This is the scam of the century when it comes to these things because there's so many ways to manipulate the numbers. We know the prices are higher, but we know that the profit is also now higher. Major grocery store chain closes more stores. Oh, well, but economy is so good. How could they be closing more stores? Well, again, there is a few too many grocery stores when you think about it. But again, more jobs gone. So again, let's remember more jobs gone. America dependent on Chinese electrical parts for AI build up. Are you happy about that? Should we be dependent on China for anything? I think the answer should be no. I don't get it. I'd like to see us take care of it. I don't like my prescription drugs coming from China. I don't like fine electronics coming from China, but again, who am I? Forget Minnesota. The amount of fraud uncovered in California is staggering. Well, again, but here's Gavin Newsom bragging that he's seized over 37,000 pounds of fentanyl since 2021. Look, again, there's fraud everywhere. Certainly in the bigger states, there is more fraud. Certainly in the Democratic states, there is more fraud. Again, I'm not criticizing whether you're a Democrat or Republican. The facts are the facts. And of course, the higher the taxes, should give you a clue of things are not very good if you're in a state. And of course, most states to the right have very low state income tax, if any. So, anyways, you take that for what it's worth. Colorado forces lawyers to swear they won't help the feds nab illegals. Really? So now we want our lawyers to not do their job either. And of course, I'm not saying they shouldn't turn in their own client, but they should if they know where illegals are. I mean, again, these are not these are the question is why are we so against law and order? Why are we so against what's going on? And that's really the bigger problem. Um, AOC says no to military aid to Israel. Well, again, this is not a surprise. AOC is an idiot. AOC is somebody who has done no good, but yet continues to get voted in. So again, it shows you I think the stupidity of America, of Americans. I think if we look at our representation in Washington in general, I mean, most are shit and are stealing. But hey, here we are. Okay. Again, I can't tell you what to do. And online sports betting hits Las Vegas tourism. Well, that'll be our commentary because that is also bullshit. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line. Happy Easter. Sunday, April the 5th. We're going to stop out here for break and we'll be back with our market report right after the break. Bubba's Bottom Line. Well, kids, what's up? Of course, obviously, you know we have a new product, Gap Hunter, which has done very well and is automatically executes through CTG. Great product, a great deal. Check it out. It's on the website, scrolling on the bottom. And of course, you know I have sponsors and their brokerage partners, and I do have other brokers just for full disclosure, but I do use Trader Brokerage, and of course they save me about $100,000 a year because they're $10 a month flat. All of our automation works through Tradier. Capital Trading Group, our partner in many products, and of course, our letter of direction trading, great customer service, great company, and of course, the Joy of Mom, which we're trying to help moms across the globe with our app, and it's we're partners with our people there, and again, greatest product I've seen in a long time. Check it out, and of course, our high school program, which we're trying to help educate our children, and of course, obviously, it's very challenging because our teachers unions don't want us to be able to help educate our children. So it tells you how things are fucked up. In the meantime, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line with me, Top Bob Horowitz, and of course, our market report. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Sunday, April the 5th. Happy Easter, happy Passover. And of course, the markets had again, it felt like they got clobbered. But they were pretty much a flat week with the rip your face off rally, which we mentioned and said was coming. Um, we look at markets and everybody reacts so immediately into like, well, what was it? Well, you're going to get rallies. We talked about it here. We said there was going to be a rip your face off rally this week, and there was a rip your face off rally. It came in Tuesday. Lasted Wednesday. Look, it's not a surprise. Markets were oversold, but the trend is still lower. We are still looking to get short as a general purpose. Now, we're not getting short right now, but the news is not good. The economy is not good. Again, long-term investors, close your eyes. If you're trading, then you're looking to get short. That's really what you should be looking for. And of course, you look at the dollar, it is back down below our par level, and we're still short. The euro currency, we're still short, had a lower week. Bonds and notes continue to go down. Again, that means interest rates are going higher. So where is the benefit from the Fed rate cut? This is again what we talk about. Uh, Bitcoin is still just flirting in the middle of that range, but we expect it to go higher. No position right now. Gold, silver, and platinum are all lower, and of course, we are flat. We were long and caught the rally, and now flat. Copper is still hovering around that 550 level. Grain markets were down, but we are still long. Cattle pushes higher. So again, I was wrong. We're going to take our loss and move on and wait and see because obviously there's something that is allowing cattle, which makes no sense when you look at the economy. And hogs, they're pushing higher, which we did buy. Nat gas is really down towards the low. It's at our second buy point. I think we've had this should be some support and hold. And crude monster move to the upside. Of course, as we said, we would explain. And there's a formation called backwardation and contango when it comes to trading commodities. And if you look at crude, okay, you're seeing all you're seeing right now is fear premium because in March, excuse me, in May crude, it's trading at let's say 112. If you go out until December of 26, it's trading at $70. So there's $30 of fear, or actually $40 of fear premium being priced into this market. That is going to come down. That is again, if you can stomach it, it is a great short. Okay. Again, obviously you have to use defensive mechanisms to get out if you're wrong, but I think it's a phenomenal short. Check it out. But that is why you're seeing a lot of fear premium priced in. And when you think about it, only 2% of the oil goes through the Straits of Hormuz. So, and we have our own oil. We have our own oil glut here. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what's going on. But remember, again, you can look out in the future and see prices are lower. So keep that in mind as you look at it. And let's step out for our final break and come back with our commentary here on Bubba's Bottom Line on Easter Sunday. Okay, just a quick reminder, new product Gap Hunter sponsors Trader Brokerage, Capital Trading Group, The Joy of Mom, our high school program. Let's get back to my commentary here on Bubba's Bottom Line on Easter Sunday, and let's go. Welcome back. Bubba's Bottom Line Sunday, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, happy Passover. In the meantime, I mentioned about the tourism in Las Vegas, about online gaming, and again, I will call bullshit on that as well. The reason that the tourism is down in Las Vegas is because the corporate bean counters have gotten so greedy that they have priced out the public. People still want to go on vacation, whether or not you came to Vegas to gamble back in the past before there were online apps or whatever. People could bet offshore. So what has happened to the tourism in Vegas is the casinos have ripped you off. The casinos continue to raise their prices and charge ridiculous amounts between resort fees, room fees, food. There is no more deals. Okay. And not to mention that they then rip you off at the tables. Okay. It's not that they don't have a big enough edge to begin with, but to take blackjack to 6 to 5, to have 3 zeros on the roulette wheel, on and on and on at the advantages that they take of the poor consumer. So why is tourism down? Because Las Vegas, you have overpriced the corporate bean counters, unlike the gangsters that used to run this town. Okay, because when the gangsters ran this town, there was fair pricing. You could go for a $3.99 shrimp cocktail or a $4.99 prime rib, a 99-cent breakfast. Now you can't do anything in this town for out a handful, a package of money, and they run it and they want to make money in every department. Listen, I have no problem with corporations making money, but the whole town was built on the art of the comp and bringing in players and not having the casino scam you at the tables as well as everywhere else. And that, people, is why tourism is down in Las Vegas, because Las Vegas, you have outpriced the consumer. You have ripped them off relentlessly with all of your ridiculous fees, your high prices, and you're taking advantage of them at the tables as well. So now that they have other outlets, why would you waste your time coming to Las Vegas and get ripped off when you can go many other places and do the same thing that you used to be able to do in Las Vegas? This is Bubba's Bottom Line. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Easter, happy Passover. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here next week. We'll obviously tomorrow with a Bubba's Daily Update, but next Sunday with another Bubba's Bottom Line. Have a great weekend.